Mr. Givens.
First of all, I feel honored being here. I'm from Oklahoma. I'm a bilingual Native American, African American farmer. I've had the misfortune in my lifetime having to deal with two federal agencies based on where I live at and my race and ethnicity. From 1899 to 1906, the Department of Interior Bureau of Indian Affairs told my grandfather and grandmother they could have this land in Oklahoma. To this day yet, FSA officials do not know how to proceed on restricted tribal trusts, simple fee, allotted lands. In 1988, USDA and the Department of Interior entered an interagency agreement. For 10 years, I've showed OGC attorneys, some of them are here today present in this room, and I asked them to tell me what the 5 types of Indian land we had in Oklahoma. And in that initial meeting, they couldn't. Since then, they've learned the 5 types, but what has killed us in Oklahoma among Native American farmers is that we have USD employees that can't read. Why, I don't know. And I told the employee that, and he said I was a racist, hostile, and farmer, and racist farmer. I said, what part of 7 CFR 1901.651 do you not understand? It says Indian outreach. It didn't say black, Hispanic, Irish, it says Indian outreach. And I seemed shocked. 96, I was right here in front of y'all telling you all the same thing, and here we are today. I can't go down and mortgage my land to the bank because I have to get approval from the BIA. 2000, USDA, Senator Glickman, Oklahoma is on an action plan right now. We can't even vote in the county committee elections because our land hadn't been reconstituted, tracked, and put in the system so we can get a ballot to vote. Hell, if I could vote, I'd have a powwow, a hog calling contest. I'd be sitting on the county committee. We have no Native American representation on the county committee. The one that we had on the county committee, this federal government sent him to Baghdad, and because he missed 2 county committee meetings over in Baghdad and got shot, they threw him off the county committee because he missed 2 meetings. And I mean, I'm not getting emotional, but I'm upset. Retaliation, reprisal. I had a state director barred me from USDA offices. OGC attorneys went to Oklahoma. One of them sitting here behind me right now. Marlon Bart's a regional conservationist. The only reason why they said they barred me from the office, that I had access to all the top USDA employees in Washington, D.C., and I knew more than they did. I'm probably the only farmer that USDA has sent to school to do ethics training, civil rights training, 1951S training, primary loan services that Mr. Garcia didn't get. They taught me how to do it. But yet we still can't get a substantial number of Native Americans loans. And one of the things that really upsets me, we have killed our kids. We have had to fly up here and ask about scholarships, internships. How do we meet the White House diversity? Make USDA look like this country. We have all the tribes in Oklahoma. 47 Indian tribes are located in Oklahoma, yet we don't have a 1994 Indian college. So we're missing some of those congressional dollars. There was retaliation, reprisal comes close to me. I mean, it's rampant. If you go in the office and ask questions, you're labeled a troublemaker. One of the things I'd like to see is OGC attorneys removed of any part of civil rights. Our past civil rights directors had to butt heads with them. Vernon Parker was Assistant Secretary for Civil Rights. We've had OGC lawyers tell them what to do, and there needs to be a process, a mechanism that would streamline these complaint processes. Complaints are trashed and thrown away. We've had the GAO people ask me, how'd you come with all these complaints? We were smart enough to keep copies of them. When we file a complaint, we'd fly up here and go to the reporter's building. I get a letter next week saying they're throwing out the complaint because they never received it, yet they signed for it. 176 civil rights complaints were thrown out this year that I personally flew up here and hand-carried based on the 2000 compliance review, the 96 compliance review, and the 2003 action plan Oklahoma was put on. And I just don't see how it can end unless Congress jumps in here, interviews farmers, brings the good USDA employees to the table, and keep their bosses from firing in when they step up the plate to try to help minority farmers like me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me just say to the members that we have 3 votes, and I'd like to adjourn until 4:15. I hate to do this, but we have to vote around here, and that if we don't, they make a big issue out of it back in your district. So I wanted to pause until 4:15, so we will adjourn to 4:15 and come back and start. And we'll start with you, Mr. Lucas. Committee stands adjourned until 4:15.